Greetings and salutations from the Mind What's In podcast. And welcome back, everybody, to what should be and always is a great episode. And joining me this week is the man, the myth, the other legend, because I can't keep saying it for everybody, but everybody that comes on the show is a legend because you come on the show. And it's been a minute since we've had the Brandon, the man, the Brandon's View _ on Twitter and Instagram. You can find him. If you don't like what he has to say tonight, you can go and talk shit to him there. So you can find him. And you know what? We'll get into this, sir. First of all, how you doing? It's been a minute. How's everything?
Man. Good. Everything's good, man. Good to be back.
Good to have you back, sir. Good to have you back. Like I told everybody, I'm gonna have everybody back on sooner or later, little by little. Before we get into anything, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor. Though there's no monetary sponsor, I just want to give him credit. The sponsor of the show right here, Mr. Voodoo Ranger from New Belgium. That is a fabulous new concoction that I have found, and it's fabulous. And in my, as you can see right there in my mug and my tumbler, which you can get on the My One Cent Podcast store at Teespring, or well, now Spring. And I'll have the link at the bottom. Since we're doing video this week, I'll get some YouTube activity going. All right, people. For those of you who know me, know I live in Miami and know I'm Cuban. This gentleman right here, of course, is also a Cuban descent. I was born in this country. Were you? I don't remember. You told me. Okay, so we're both born here. We're both American citizens by birth, but our blood comes from somewhere else. And right now, we got a lot of shit going on. I will say, me personally, I don't have a lot of how do I put this? Like, I don't know a lot about what exactly is going on over there. I mean, I know the general gist of it because I'm Cuban. My family talks about it all the time. I know Cubans. You hear it all the time. And we've lived through a lot of shit. My parents came when they were young, so I think they got out before it got really bad. But my dad loves Cuba, and he gets into all that shit. And it's you people have to understand what's happening over there, bro. Like, look, and we're gonna get into like BLM because BLM, I got something to say to you, and I know you do too. And I'll look her name up. It's some stupid bitch on Twitter who went to Cuba like 5 years ago or some shit and made up some bullshit story about. Well, we'll get into that. But I want you guys to understand, like, Cuba's not like any place else.
No.
Cuba's problems aren't like anywhere else. And it's about time that the people rose up. Some people have been like, oh, but, you know, they don't have weapons and guns in the army. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Eventually it's going to have to. You're just going to have to go with what you got. And you're just going to have to make a point. And yeah, some people might lose their some people might know. Some people will lose their lives in this. And But those people will always be remembered. Yep. They'll always be remembered for what they did to start this, because this has to happen. This is ridiculous what's happening over there. So I'm gonna bring it to you because I know you got a lot to say. And I don't want to hog the whole thing because this is not about me or you and the show and this is about what's happening right now in the country, in a country that's important to us. We're 90 miles away.
Yep.
They're right there. Like, this isn't like North Korea. I don't give a fuck about North Korea. This is North Korea, and those people they're fine, bro. These people here, it's different. So yeah, I'm gonna pass the board, the talking stick over. Oh shit! I knocked my mic over. I'm gonna pass the talking stick over to Brandon over here, and I'm gonna let him get his piece in because this is what this is about. Go ahead, sir.
And just what you said, it really was a mixture of just them getting tired of everything going on. So they started it themselves, which honestly, man, we needed that. They needed to start it there, get everything going. And then obviously, Miami is, what Miami is. Miami is, more Cuban than not. Yep. And, and I'll jump right into the whole BLM thing right away because it's really a big thing as far as, their movement and what I thought they stood for.
Correct.
And, and it's just crazy. They think that we're asking them to, to protest with us or to, to fight with us. Stuff like that. That's how we're asking. We're just asking for acknowledgement. And listen, and I've always said this, Cubans are not like the black people or the black movement. Let me just say, not the black people, but the BLM movement. Like, we don't cry out for your help. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this regardless, whether it's with or without you. And we're not going to go make a pity fit about it. You know what I mean? And that's what that movement is. That movement is all about, oh my God, I'm crying for everybody's help. Like, we're not like that. And you see, just because they're not supporting us and other people are not supporting us, we're still out there. We're shutting down highways. BLM didn't shut down highways.
Well, they did. Not the way we did, though.
Because they shut down, BLM shut down streets.
Well, streets. Okay, all right. Yeah,
they shut down streets, and they shut down a piece of the highway. We shut down an entire palmetto.
Oh, but you know what's the beauty of that? And I'll stop you for 1 second. DeSantis, which should be the next president after Trump wins again. He did that anti-riot shit for Florida, but the beauty of it, we didn't break that, which is what shows how we are. Look at every protest that we've been doing around the country, because it's not just here; it's all over the country. Exactly. Everything has been peaceful. You have no damage to property, nothing.
And that's what I was about to say. That's the thing I was about to say. And I don't want it to sound like us against them or whatever.
I know. I'm with you. I know, because it does come off a little bit like that. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. At some point, it may get to that. But
hey, whose fault is that though?
When BLM happened, how much did you hear about looting? People complaining about their stores ruined. Have you heard anything about looting from us?
No. You had guys going in the middle of the street you had a black man yelling at them, telling them, "Don't fucking destroy my place." You don't have that here.
Yeah.
You don't have that with us here.
Exactly.
Or anywhere. No. Anywhere.
And that's the thing, man. And you for that to not even acknowledge it, and then your only acknowledgement yesterday was, "Oh, we stand by opening up the embargo." Like, bro, that is not what we're asking you.
But that's not the problem. Really,
exactly.
Since right now it's not.
Fuck about the embargo. Oh. We just care about freedom for our people and shit like that. We just spoke to Ali's family over there. Like, yo, just because they open this shit up, don't send anything over here because we're not gonna get it anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Especially now, yeah, with all this going on now, like
exactly,
you're wasting your time sending stuff over there right now.
And bro, as much as of a far cry these people made and a big deal they made.
Hold on. My girl wants to. What?
My client told me that.
Can you hear?
That he has properties here, and they told him, "Thank you for the money, but there's nothing to buy here with that."
Yeah, apparently one of her clients sent money, and they were like, "Thank you, but we don't have nothing to buy here right now."
Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
It's tough, man, and it's as much as these people cried out for us, and how many times did we hear during BLM, "Oh, do your research on our culture, do this," and the first thing you say out of your mouth or out of your post was the embargo. So that's a lack of research on your part.
That and the fact that they actually had the audacity to put a post, unless they're gonna come out and say they were hacked.
Right.
Talking about rest in power, Fidel Castro.
Yeah, you saw my post. You saw me put it on Instagram.
What the fuck?
And look, that's legit. I actually sat in my bed when I lay down in bed last night, and I was like, you know what? Let me make sure this is real. So I went to their Twitter and I scrolled. I kept looking at my TV watching the show because remember, this is back in 2016 when Fidel died.
Right.
So I'm just there like this, just scrolling. And
the beauty of this is that it doesn't matter that it was 2016. This has been going on for so long that at any point in time that you applauded or even backed any of that, you're fucked. Yeah. You could have done it yesterday or 10 years ago. But it doesn't make a difference.
It shows that BLM is a communist.
Full of shit.
And they're communists. Mm-hmm. They only do things to the benefit themselves. And listen, bro. Listen, bro. For the sake of the show and stuff like that, I'm not gonna get too much into this because I know where my mind can go with the LGBTQ crowd. Bro, don't get me started.
Don't even get me started with that.
Don't get me started with them because the fact that how silent they've been. Listen, let anybody ever ask me to support one of these little motherfuckers again, bro, because it'll be an issue.
Yeah, because look, I understand that their plight is not the same of the people in Cuba and all that stuff, but it's about people. It's about being
but the thing is, okay, but what's
they're gonna, they're gonna be like
between BLM and LGBTQ, right? What's their main message? Is equality and
equality
for everybody. That's their
freedom for everybody and the right to be who you are.
Like, oh, help out the gays or this one, oh, we need to be treated the same as white people. But their main statement is, freedom and equality for everybody. And listen, bro, I acknowledge I get that Cuba's not part of the States and this and that and blah blah blah.
But it's like if it is. It's like if it is though. If you think about it.
It's okay if you think like that. But at least spread the awareness.
I wish you could hear what he's saying though. No, go ahead, I'm listening.
That'll get a long way, bro. You spread the awareness, no matter if you think you're right or wrong. That's all that matters.
Look, I'm gonna. This is one thing for as far as the Black Lives Matter thing and Cuba and all that stuff goes. Okay, whatever. I get it. I get what you guys are doing, but at the end of the day, listen. Think about it. You guys live in a free country to begin with. Already, that's you already have an advantage right there as it is.
Exactly.
Also, another, and I'm gonna use the word advantage like 4 or 5 times in a row now. So pay attention. Black people, Black Americans have advantages that they don't take advantage of regularly in this country. It's not even, you can't compare what's going on here in this country with Black people and what's going on over there.
Right, you can't.
You cannot, because people don't have food. People don't have freedom. They control what you watch. They control what you hear. They control your internet. They control your lights. They control your. Exactly. They control everything. Dude, bro, look, for the people who don't know that are listening right now, there's a snitch on every corner of every neighborhood in Cuba. Every corner has, I forgot what they call it in Spanish, bro. There's a name for it. I forget. You should know. There's a name for those people. Every corner, there's somebody who works for the government or snitches for the government. You can't do shit over there. And that's a beautiful, beautiful country. It's a beautiful land. That place. Okay. Athletes, artists, actors back in the day used to go there. Still to this day, I know they still go now.
Bro, and I'll be quick so you can continue. But Ali and I went there 2 years ago. Okay, went there 2 years ago, and we went down to the market to buy a fucking blender. Okay, I walked in. Remember, my Spanish is more Americanized, but you can tell that I'm Cuban. So the guy goes, "Hey, you're not in Spanish, obviously. You're not from here. Wherever this is going, this person needs to come over here, sign all this paperwork, so that we know where it's at. You cannot buy this and take it to whatever house you want. The person that you're taking this to needs to come there. I need to know what household this is going to. I need to know where they live and how many people live in there. I think it was how many people live in there and how long they've been living there. And yeah, bro." And we had to bring them down, and they were like, yeah, like, you know, it's normal here. That's how it is.
He was just saying he went to Cuba 2 years ago. He went to go buy a blender at the store for the family, and they started asking him how many people live in the house, who's it for, because you're not from here. Like they needed to know.
They made the owner of the house come down to the store.
House people had to come to the store to get the stuff from the store. Like that's insane, dude. I didn't know. I didn't know it was like that. I mean, because I know I'm like my parents send money, they send medicine, shit like that. Like food,
certain things. It's like household items, so like microwaves, blenders, stuff like. But if I go buy like food, they won't ask you too much.
They won't ask you. Okay, all right.
They won't say too much. But like
that's crazy. Though. I didn't know about that.
So like blender, food. Not food. Blend like just like appliances.
Appliances. Yes, I got you.
You have
stuff that they probably wouldn't be able to go in there and buy.
The house that we stayed at a pretty nice house. We stayed at a pretty nice house over there with Airbnb, their version. And
version of Airbnb.
Yeah, their version of Airbnb. Nice house, had a big ass pool. I mean, it was good. The place was nice. But bro, check-in time was supposed to be at 11 o'clock. We had to wait till 3 o'clock because the general of that land was delayed. We had to wait for him to come and take all of our names down to take it to the government before we checked into the house.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. It's just nuts. You know, it's ridiculous. You know,
I mean, I've heard of. I mean, I know people that have gone back, and I haven't heard shit like this though. That's crazy.
No,
you're on another level on that one.
There's certain things, like for example, I'll let you talk about the girl on Twitter more, but. Like,
oh yeah, I'm gonna get to her in a second. Because that bitch needs to get fucking.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna bring her up, and I'll let you bring that up first, and I'll kind of piggyback. But people like that who go, they only go to these touristy ass places. And Ali's dad took me everywhere, bro. And if you actually go to some of these places that he took me to, like you would think this is like a 5-star like resort.
There's parts of Cuba that are like that.
Bro. When
Cuba as an island in general is gorgeous.
No, yeah, it is. And when we went to her family's house, bro, I went on a balcony that's facing the street, and I was like this. It's tipping over the street.
Oh, Jesus.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's crazy. I'll show you pictures, man. I'll show you a bunch of shit. I'll send everything to you.
That would be fun. I've never gone. I've wanted to go because I still have family there. I have an uncle and cousins and all this shit that I've never met.
You know, it's crazy. When you go to places, you know, her dad had bought her I think it's his uncle or whatever like that, or his cousin, bought him like a little version of like a little restaurant, but it's more of like a croqueta, some quick shit. You just walk by.
Cafeteria.
And I went to his office and I walk upstairs and there's a porch, not a portrait, but there's like a banner of Fidel and Che next to him. So he peeps that I look and I'm like this. I look at it, I'm like what the fuck? And I look at Ali and then her dad tells me like, yeah, they all have to have that here. Like even if they don't support him or not, they have to have him there because if they come into the business and they're not honoring Fidel and Che, like they'll close you down.
Well, I'm sure like in Russia they do shit like that.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, man. People like that, they go to these places. But we went there for a week. So I actually wanted to go, and I'm like, okay, I want to go around where we're staying at, and then I want to go see, the real shit, the real part of Cuba.
The real shit, yeah.
And it was scary, dog. It was not pretty.
No, but that's how it is. Like you go to Jamaica, or you go to the Bahamas, or they take you to the nice places.
Remember the movie Black Hawk Down?
Dude, you know what? You want to know something about that movie? I can't watch it.
Really?
Yeah, because I know it's a true story. So I know it actually some of that stuff happens to these guys.
Yeah.
And I caught like 10 minutes of it once when they were in some like inside of a building they had already dropped. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I don't know why I can't watch that movie, bro.
Well, did you see in the building how like how it was like broken down and like they were basically going to like empty buildings? Okay, that's what Cuba is.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can say the same for like the Kingdom when they go and it's the same. Like I've seen like actual footage of Cuba and the buildings that you're talking about, stuff like that, like how it looks. Yeah, no, I get it.
Ridiculous, like
the buildings are old as shit. That's another thing. So
there, like when you walk in, like bro, it's like what the fuck did I just walk into? Like it's like me playing a mission on Call of Duty. I'm dead ass. I'm kid you not, bro. That shit was terrible.
That's crazy. My dad went after my parents came in their teenage years, both of them. They met here. They didn't meet over. They met here. But my dad went back, man, after like 40-something years. He went back.
My grandparents on my mom's side won't go back.
He went because he wanted to see his brother.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be there 10 days. He didn't last 7. He couldn't. Diarrhea, mosquitoes were killing him. There's food, there's shower. I'm like,
we went to what's
that nigga headed home quick.
We went to what supposedly was the higher end restaurant of Cuba, right? Or one of them, just to try it out. Because when I got there for a week, I was like, yo, either we're gonna make home food, like we're gonna cook meals, like from our family, who obviously I wanted to have like authentic, or we're gonna go to these little spots that are like authentic Cuban food that all they know is what to make there. So we went to one spot and it was like 8 of us, bro. I had like a frita, this fucking big. Everybody just had full-on 3-course meals. Lady passes, her dad sitting right next to me, so they pass us the bill. So we're looking at it, bro. For 8 people, 3-course meal. You know how much it was? $55.
That's American.
American.
That's insane.
50.
Eight people on a 3-course meal, $55.
I kid you not.
That's crazy.
Her little cousin, looked at the bill like she's like, "Oh, Bobby, let me see." Like, because they haven't seen him in a long time, and like the kid says something to like the mom, and I was like, "Yeah, that's more than what everybody in Cuba makes a month."
That's crazy.
Yeah, dog, it's bad, bro. It's bad.
But that's I mean, shit, I would have tripled that bill.
When you look, for example, right?
Just giving it to him.
Give me an example. When you and Veronica grocery shopping once a week, twice a week, whatever the fuck it is you do, you spend a decent amount to fill up the house.
Oh yeah, okay. Over $100.
$100, okay.
Yeah, easily.
Over there, I filled up the entire house for 3 weeks for $65.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And then you think about it, like they should be able to live just fine.
And I'm not talking about let me nitpick. Oh, let me get this, nigga.
No, you got the good stuff. You got the good shit. Everything.
$65, 3 weeks. We didn't have to go to the grocery shop one time, except for beer. That's it.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous, bro.
It's crazy. Like, look, it's about time. Look, I said it earlier. It's about time that and I hope, and honestly, I hope this makes a difference because at the end of the day, yeah, they don't have weapons, they don't have that, but they have numbers. Is what they have. The Cuban people have numbers.
Well, that's what my mom is saying too.
They have the numbers, but they're gonna lose some of those people.
But see,
you gotta know that
we're not naive to the situation. So, like, yeah, we want and Biden's a piece of shit for. Again, he acknowledged it, but he acknowledged it in a way where it was like non-sentimental. Like
But this is a time. This is an opportunity that he can make. Like I know that I know the embargo doesn't stop us from like going over there. But I read something that there's
only
something else that's stopping us from going.
There's two ways. There's two ways that you can get into Cuba to attack. If we just go in there and just invade Cuba and fight the government, you bring Russia in and you bring China in because they back Cuba.
So they back Cuba. Okay, so that's why China and Russia came out. Okay.
It'll definitely be World War III. That's 1,000% fact. I know it's gonna happen. But like, look, not three of my boys. I know them. I used to rent jet skis from them. I just know who they are.
You know they are.
So they went out like 4 or 5 families. They went out on 3 boats and they went over there. And what they did,
they were part of that thing that was going out there.
I don't know if they were on Instagram. I know they didn't really publicly announce it. They just went. They just told me they went. They showed me videos of them out there, and I actually saw. They showed it. I could see the Malecon from where they were at, and they were like, "Yo, we're parked. We're parked 7 miles away from Cuba, because what they want. Remember, he has like a Class B license, so they were running around with like ARs, and shit like that. All 3 boats. If the Cuban government engages with them, then we can go. And Russia and China can't do shit because Cuba engaged. And I think the only other way is if I don't know if it's the Cuban people or if the government can do it. If they invade or if they engage with the Guantanamo Bay, which is the U.S. base, then we can go.
That's the funny thing about it too. We have a piece of them. We have a piece of that land that's actually U.S., which is funny as shit. Like it's like a fence dividing us, from actually just, why don't we just jump the fence and just get over there real quick and just, take some people out? I don't know, bro. So it's crazy.
And the thing is, that's why a lot of people misinterpret what we're saying. Is like we're not asking you to go to Cuba and fight Cuba with us. Like it's little posts here and there, just spreading the word out. That's gonna do the job for us. And again, bro, Cubans have always been like that. They're not gonna go and cry out to the black people, oh please, 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 like they did to us.
They finally decided that it was time to hit the streets because I've never seen anything like that. In fact, I've heard a bunch of people say that in their lifetime they never thought they would see the Cuban people hit the streets. Because just simply because of the consequences. But I mean, whether people want to believe it or not, and I believe it, they still do firing squads in Cuba.
Right.
I believe that still happens in Cuba. Like the people, those 100 people that are missing. I wouldn't doubt that it was a firing squad for the most part because that's something that I know that they love that firing squad shit in Cuba. So, people don't realize that shit, bro. And look, until this happened, nobody was saying anything. We were all living our lives. We say we're there. We send money. We talk to our family. Cuba, we're proud of Cuba. But this thing brought everything out to a different level now.
Right.
I mean, I have family there. I have an uncle, on my dad's side. Everybody on my dad's side, I have there, and I have a few people on my mom's side. Yeah. Everybody on my dad's side is fine.
Luckily,
on my mom's side, they haven't heard from. So I don't have
any direct family there. Everybody was able to get over here, pretty early on. Ali is the one that has. She has her 2 aunts. She has cousins up the ass over there.
Yeah, well, I mean, my family here is small. I have my mom, my dad, my sister, and me. That's it. Everybody else is in Cuba.
One of them actually just got here with her son last week, so it was good to see them and shit like that. And before this happened, obviously, but yeah.
No, my dad spoke to him. My dad spoke to his brother the other day. They're fine. They're not like they're where they are. They're not really around all the rioting. Protesting because we don't riot.
We don't riot.
Protest.
Look, one of my
Let me clarify that.
When I graduated high school. My choice was either to go to college with a scholarship to baseball. And I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I want to go play pro ball right away, even if it's with an academy. And I want to go play in DR. So the guy that actually got me over there, which is he was like my agent really, but he's not really that because he wasn't really making decisions for me. So I would call him more like my coach, trainer type shit. But he was Cuban, but he was working
handler.
He was working with the DR Academy. So he actually had his visa, can travel back and forth. He coached the Cuban team, like the 15-year-olds. And, bro, I haven't heard from him in 4 days. And I finally talked to him. And I'm like, yo, man, I got a garage full of my baseball shit. Because right before this happened, they were supposed to go play in New Mexico, I believe, for some world shit. I was like, yo, let me send you all this bullshit, bro. I had 10 helmets, 100 bats, 4 or 5 gloves. I mean, it's not a lot, but...
This is now you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll send you.
After you already played and all that shit.
Yeah, I'll send. Yeah, okay. But well, that was more stuff that was given to me like from outsiders.
But this is recent where you were gonna send it to him, is what you're saying.
Yeah. This was like all that stuff I was gonna send was more like given to me. It was like stuff that I had just bought on the side. You know, I kept all my main stuff. I'll never get rid of my main stuff. So I called him and I'm like, yo, I got all this shit ready for you to send. It'll be there 3-4 days before you guys leave. So you check it out, blah blah blah. And he calls me back. He says, yo, listen, don't send anything over here. They'll keep it. I won't get it. And
that's DR or Cuba?
Cuba.
Oh, okay. Because I know. Okay,
he coaches the Cuban national team for the 15-year-olds.
Gotcha. Okay, 16 or under. Okay.
So
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. You know what's funny that you mentioned baseball. I used to tell people all the time. I'm like, I don't understand why Castro at the time, because he was the man at the time. Why wouldn't he be smart enough to say, you know what? Let me set something up where I can send these players to America, and I'll take a piece of that contract, bro. Because these guys were making money. Duque, Livon, and all. I can't remember all of them, but these were the main guys. They made their money here, and he could have easily gotten a piece of that shit. It's stupid to me because you're basically saying I don't want the world to see what we are good at.
Well, because he knows that if that happens, it doesn't matter if Livon went to go sign a contract with Fidel and said, okay, you'll get 5% on my contract. Bobby, once they get to the States, Livon could say, hey, buddy, fuck you. Because they can't do
whatever. I mean, they do a contract, I guess. I guess. I'm just saying.
He can't do
But I mean, I guess just overall what I'm trying to get at is that
the only way that could have worked is if whoever wanted to sign Livon and Fidel could have said, yo, if you want this motherfucker to leave to the States now, you got to pay me $100,000.
I guess something up front, I guess.
And then I'll let him go. But even then, bro, it's.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is just that he
logistically,
and they.
How are you gonna get that? How are you gonna do that logistically? Because even if Fidel signs a contract, how are you gonna, like if he wants to say, you know what?
A contract is a contract. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know how that works as far as oceans or crossing state lines or county lines or whatever the fuck. But whatever. It's just it's talk. But at the end of the day, really, what I'm trying to get at is that he would actually not want to showcase what his country, one of the things his country is good at, and baseball.
Yeah. He just wanted the power, bro. He just wanted that power. That's why he did.
And he had it. Yeah. It's funny. Let's be real. How many places, other than maybe North Korea, where one man, had all the power, like he controlled. Like, how is it that his own army? You're gonna tell me that there wasn't a couple guys in the barracks sitting there saying like, "Fuck this guy, bro. I don't fuck this Fidel nigga." And then they could have got a couple more guys. You don't think they could have? No, but nobody ever tried, bro.
Nah, bro.
Nobody ever tried to make a move on one man, one guy. He was one guy. He wasn't a. This isn't like in the United States we have the president, which is a joke, really. They really think about it because he doesn't make final decisions. No, this is the man. He made the decisions. Everything went through him. Nothing passed him. He had his finger on the button all the time, pretty much. How is it that an entire country couldn't have turned on that? I don't know.
It's fear, bro.
No, I mean, but how is it that one man can bring that much fear, bro? You're mute. Okay, I was gonna say you just got muted for a second.
No, I was asking Alex to bring me something.
So I say what's up.
Vic says what's up. But it's just fear, bro.
It's crazy though how the fear works though. How fear actually works. That one man, I get it. People might say, "Oh, the army," but it's still one man at the end of the day.
Well, I think the Cuban people will overpower the army, but still, man, it's just a lot of fear, bro. There's a lot of fear.
And you know what it is? I get it. You're gonna have casualties. It's just gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about it. But I mean, like I said at the beginning, those people are all gonna be remembered, man, for what they did, for what they sacrificed to turn. Because that would be okay. I don't know. Maybe you may not agree with me on this. I don't know. Maybe my girl might not agree. Maybe some people might not agree. But I think turning the Cuban regime, turning the country over into what's the word I'm looking for? Not a political party, but where they have freedom, like us. A democracy. Thank you, baby. Thank you. I hope everybody out there heard that. Stylings of the Velux Group.
Shout out.
Shout out Velux Group. If you have any real estate interest in the South Florida area, veluxgroup.com on Instagram. But anyway, so where was I? Shit, fuck. God damn it, Voodoo Ranger.
About a democracy.
Democracy. Okay. Wait, but what? Shit. Yeah. Okay. So I got it. Yeah, that was fast. A democracy would be as big. Okay. So a change in. Okay. Listen, people, bear with me. Voodoo Ranger 9%. It's all good. Listen. A democracy, a change in Cuba to a democracy would be to me as big as, let's say, the wall in Germany when it came down. I don't know. Does that? I mean, like as far as how big of a monument type of situation.
It'll be the biggest moment that I've seen.
To think that a country that we've known our entire fucking life, and I'm 43, so think about it, 43 years, and it's been happening a lot more years before that. Always known it to be that way, to go from one to that, and knowing that, dude, you know, let me tell you something, bro. Cuba can make a lot of money in tourism money. You know how many people would go to Cuba once if it opened up? We talk about it all the time. Down here in Miami, we talk, damn, if Cuba opened up. It's 90 fucking miles away, man. It's right there. It's a fucking skip and a hop on a boat to there where you can go and have a day and drink mojitos and... Yep. Cuban titties and sorry, baby, I didn't mean to say Cuban titties. You know, just the fact, just Cuba's beautiful. My mother talks about it being on El Malecón and the water and the music and the everything, the people. It's just
nicest water I've ever seen, bro.
And and by the way, BLM, there's just as I don't want to say just as many, but there's a lot of black people that are Cuban. So, like, Cuba is like the perfect mix. Almost in a sense, if you think about it, because we got a lot of black people that are Cuban, which they're not the same as other black people. I don't know. That sounds weird, but I'm just saying. Cuban black Cubans are just different from all the other blacks. And like my mother would tell me when she was young, she had a neighbor who was black, and she would get home from school every day and run over there and jump in the guy's arm. Un viejo ahí, he was cool as fuck, and there wasn't none of that shit over there, bro. That stuff doesn't exist over there.
Well,
and in fact, that's more of a reason for these BLM fucks, because that's what they are. Because at the end of the day, BLM ain't real. That's not a real thing. Like, it's not a movement. It's not. Those people don't really give a shit about black, white, Chinese. They don't give a fuck about any of those people. They don't give a fuck about none of that stuff. So that's nonsense. Over there, we don't believe in that stuff. And you would think that those people would jump on something like that and say, you know what, this is unity. Because black, white doesn't matter. We're all in the same shit hole together. So, like, fuck you, bro. And now, you know what? we're going to get into this stupid bitch. I'm going to get her name right because she's a dumb fuck. I have her at on Twitter. Anzy Adams, and I'm going to spell it for you so I can make sure that you guys get it right. ANZYADAMS. Okay? This stupid bitch. I wasn't going to do that either. I wasn't going to go and be nasty and all that. But every time I read her tweet, it just makes me want to call her all kinds of different things. So, and I'll give credit to my boy Laz, Color Ridge Laz on Twitter. One of the few Hurricanes fans that I love and respect, because he's through and through, bro. And look, I'll give this league a little credit too, whatever. He doesn't feel left out here, Brandon, the Hurricanes fan thing. So I give credit to a couple Hurricanes fans. I'll give him a little bit. But anyway, Laz is my boy. That guy's cool as fuck, and he's been through some shit, and he's running out the ashes like a phoenix in the fire. So he retweeted with a comment, which I'll get to, which is great. This individual here, her name is, like I said, Anzy Adams. And let me see if I can put a picture of this picture she put. Standing in front of a Cuban flag somewhere in Cuba. This was in July 14th of 2021, the year of our Lord. And she says, I visited Cuba in 2017, saw a large part of the country, and talked to the people there myself. They have healthcare, housing, and education as guaranteed human rights. And in parentheses, she put thread, whatever. And then she kept going. There's no homelessness. You're right. There's no homelessness because everybody is starving. So it's not just the homeless people starving. It's the people who have homes are starving too. So it all kind of blends in together if you really think about it. So there's not that. There's no medical debt in Cuba. Yeah, because there's nobody going to the doctor. So there wouldn't be no debt because there's nobody seeing anybody. And listen, don't get me wrong. I think Cuban doctors are probably some of the greatest doctors out there.
Yep.
And it's a shame that they come to this. The ones that have made the jump to this country can't even practice here unless they go through the whole thing again, which I think is bullshit because medicine is medicine in whatever fucking language you give it to me. Mm-hmm. The body is the body, whether it's Chinese, American, Cuban, Italian, it doesn't really make a difference. The body is the same. So I don't see why that would stop, allowing someone to practice. I mean, couldn't we always use good doctors? I'm just saying. So just, it's like ridiculous. I mean, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's only right wing Cubans, whatever, blah, 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 socialist. This bitch, no, was it this bitch? Yeah, she said something about I support the Cuban people and their socialist some shit. And I'm like, okay, that just didn't sit right. So anyway, so she went to Cuba, all right, apparently. And she went and did a tour. She saw people. Okay, I have family there. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say that they're starving. I don't know if they're starving or not. I don't talk to them on a daily basis. My parents do. It's my dad's brother who lives there. My mom has some family that's there, which she hasn't been able to speak to. So which kind of makes you wonder what the fuck's happened to them. What are you eating, by the way? Just curious now.
Ali made these sliders, bro. Super good.
No, I had made some burgers earlier. Making me hungry though. Fuck nigga. Shit. So my boy Laz, Cuban, now we have our moments. He's anti-Trump. I'm not, and I think actually I kind of think Trump would have handled this thing a little different if he was still the president.
What was that he called on Twitter?
What?
What was it that Laz that called us on Twitter?
Us? Who, the Cubans?
No, the Trump supporters. Remember he called us?
He calls people a bunch of shit. He's got a bunch of tweets there about that. So, but in this case, it's this is not about that. But I kind of feel like it's funny because I feel like Trump would have maybe handled this differently. I don't know how he could have anyway because there's like certain things we have to deal with. At the end of the day, you got to be smart and you don't want to put the country in risk either.
Right.
So, in all caps, at least the first part, liar. That's how he starts it. My family is there now. I talk to them almost daily, and if we don't help them, they starve or die. Healthcare? ? I can't fit what I have to say about Cuban healthcare in a tweet. They gave this fool the 25-cent tourist tour, and she's Hanoi Hannah now. Listen, dude, come on, man. They're gonna show you what they want to show you. They're gonna tell you what they want to tell you, and so you don't report. I don't know what she saw, so I wasn't there, but I have a hard time believing that there's no way that woman could actually. There's at one point or another throughout that trip where she couldn't see something where she would say, something. I don't know. Something doesn't seem right. But hey, I don't know what she went through, but she's still full of shit because she doesn't know the real deal. And that's fucked up. Because she's out there like promoting it strongly because she goes in. She does a lot of stuff. She keeps going on her. That's why she put the thread because she keeps going down, talking about a lot of shit.
All right, I got about 5 more minutes. I'm sorry.
That's fine. No, that's fine, bro. That's fine. We knew this was gonna be something quick. I mean, look, we've done 40, so that's not bad. I kind of hope we did the whole situation justice in a sense. I know we've been laughing and we're trying to make fun. It's alleviate the situation a little bit because we're not doing anything.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about it. I don't know how much that's gonna do. But at least at least get some information to some people that may not know what really is going on, just so they see in the news. They'll be like, oh my God, look at all that riot, look at all these Cuban people going. No, motherfucker, you don't know what's really going on out there, though.
Exactly.
So, because like I said earlier when we started, Cuba is not like any place else. What they have going on there is not like anything else. You know, so it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm good, man. Again, another shout out to the Voodoo Ranger. Brandon, appreciate you coming on, brother.
Yes, sir. Let's do it again soon, man.
We'll do it again soon. We got some stuff we want to talk about. So I got some stuff on the list. So we'll go out with this. Let's just see if hopefully this actually does something. Because I would hate to see it like die down and then nothing happens.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You know, that would suck. Like, you got all these people in Miami running around with Cuban flags.
You know, a lot of it is gonna hinge on really who has to keep it going is the Cuban people.
They have to. We can't do shit.
They gotta be out there. They gotta be out there every day and keep doing what they're doing, and then we follow through and we keep it going over here.
We're getting a lot of support all over the country. Like even in Mexico, I've seen people support. Like, that's crazy. I didn't expect that. So,
New Jersey too, and everything.
Everywhere, yeah, dude, it's crazy. I really didn't expect that. I mean, I know we have a big population around the country because we're everywhere, but I just didn't expect to see that in different countries too. Like, that's big. Like, let's go, people, fuck, bro. But they have to continue they're the ones that have to do it, bro.
You know,
I hate to say it because we're not the ones putting ourselves out there, but
I'll finish out with on my end at least. I'll finish out with a story that happened 2 weeks ago. So we get into a softball tournament, and our whole team is Dominican and Cuban. That's it. There's like 4 Dominicans, and the rest are all Cuban. So we're playing this team. It's up in Stewart, which is like, you know, North Florida. It's like 2 hours away. And we're playing this team, and they're all white. You know, they had the Confederate flag on the side of their hat that they all stitched on.
By the way, the Confederate flag doesn't bother me. I'm just letting people
no, I mean, it doesn't bother me as much as most people do. But yeah,
it's part of our history. It doesn't bother me that much. But we'll get into that another day.
But so I've always said this my entire life. White people look at Hispanics the same way they look at blacks. Okay, so we're playing, and our whole team talks a lot of shit. We talk about a lot of shit. We talk shit in Spanish, but keep it in game. So we never got close to one fight, not even one. Coming up to the plate, I'm like this. I'm waiting for the guy to pitch. The guy's doing like this bullshit, right? And I'm like, yo, vamos. And the catcher, I think he starts mocking me, talking shit in Spanish. And the third baseman goes, "Oh, we got some Cubans. Somebody get the coffee maker."
That's hilarious.
Full out brawl ensued.
That's hilarious.
Because I told the catcher, I was like, "Yo, you mock me, you mock my language again and my people again, I'm gonna fuck you up." So he stayed quiet. He got my face a little. I'm not gonna lie, he got into my shit a little bit. Umpire tried to stop it. My boy said, "Yo, what happened?" Like, "Yo, these niggas here are talking shit." And hold on, I don't know what happened here.
You're good though right now.
Can I? Okay, these niggas here were talking.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
They were talking shit, and that's when it happened, bro. And then obviously everybody heard the third baseman say, you know, "Oh, we got some Cubans over here. Where's the Cuban coffee?" So.
That's
obviously that's
you know what, that's a compliment because the motherfuckers know our shit's good, nigga.
Yeah, but you have the way they were saying it. So
no, I know, I'm sure.
You know, it wasn't anything respectful, and you know,
no, of course not. You wouldn't expect that.
Got into a fight. I know first baseman got knocked out. You know, our guy, one of our guys,
bro. That's hilarious.
One of our guys got beamed by the right fielder, bro. I mean, this guy just came from the side of him, and he hit him like in the ribs, bro. So the guy's like mad slow and shit.
That's crazy.
But I'm saying that's kind of backed up my thing. What I've always been saying, like these white people, bro, like these full on, you know, white people, redneck ass niggas.
Yeah, they look at all as the same.
They look at unless you're just the color white and full.
Unless you're white, Asian, white, black, Mexicans, Cuban, Puerto Rican, we're all the same to them. That's fine. It is what it is. They're all the same to us too. So
so that's what was kind of funny.
Anyways, they're becoming the minority anyway, so it's all right. Bro. It's all good. They're gonna run out of numbers, so it's all good.
Exactly.
But this isn't about that. So, again, I hope we did the topic justice. Again, we're just, we're doing what we really can't do much from this end. Right. It's about the people over there now. So
exactly.
Hopefully everything, I don't know.
We'll be all right, man.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't want to say, oh, we know there's going to be casualty. We know there's going to be loss of life. It's going to happen. And by the way, for the people who may not know what's happening around here either, real quick before you go, because a lot of shit's happening down here in South, down in the southest point of the country.
Right.
Like we had a building collapse on people like a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Fucking Surfside, which you have like 100 and some people. Like they'd have the count now at 90 confirmed, found, and dead. And yeah, we got a lot of shit going on over here, bro. I'm just saying, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know if it's karma. I don't know if it's just bad juju or just, I don't know what. But we just got to be better with each other, bro.
I agree, man.
And so, all right, brother. Appreciate you coming on, bro. I'm glad we were able to do this. And you be good. We'll talk. Peace out. And everybody else, you know how we do. Vaya con Dios.